Welcome to today's podcast. We are Sage's Retreat and we give the best gaming and film news you can get if you combine both Nottingham and Sheffield and add a splash of course, handsome. My name is Lee, and with me today is Sheffield's finest bread cake, Nathan.
Hello.
Hello, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. I'm very good. I'm extremely good.
Extremely good. Oh, I just need to point out before we go any further on anything, you know what opal fruits are, don't you?
Starburst.
Look at this. Green, yellow, red, and orange. There's special edition Starburst. Is it Starburst they call them? It's special edition Starburst called opal fruits. They've kind of bringing them back for a bit, and you get packets of them. Karina got some from shop earlier, and they taste different as well. They're like, I think they're using the original sort of flavors, and the orange one is the most orange tasting sweet that's close to a real orange I think I've ever had. Like I was like, you know, you just pop it in, don't you? And you're not expecting anything, and you go in. I was like, oh my god, it tastes real. It was like, if someone had said to me at that moment, you're chewing on a real orange, I would have gone, might actually be. It was very good. Because fake orange is just like, it's like an explosion of orange, isn't it? Like, it's nice, but it's just too much, isn't it? So yeah, just my quick start off with opal fruits, and I'm trying to think if I prefer the name opal fruits. It's a bit odd, isn't it? Opal fruits, whatever. I was a bit upset when they changed it. You remember when they changed it? It was 22 years ago now, that was.
What?
I know. It's like when Marathon went to Snickers, isn't it? And I'm sure there was something else as well. Can't remember what it was.
Cocoa Pops.
What? What were they called?
They changed them from Cocoa Pops to Choco Crispies, and then they changed them back because everybody hated it. It was like that for like a year or two.
I think that's interesting. I didn't know that. But then again, when was it? Do you think?
Around the same time as Opal Fruits. All companies were doing it, weren't they?
So maybe some big company had bought it and just been like, oh, we've got to change it now because we can't call it. We've had some research done that is useless, and we're going to change it, and you'll just have to put up with it and just live with it. And then they changed it back because it's rubbish. Okay, right. What have you been up to, no?
I have been. We had a cinema night on Saturday where Ben does it a few times a year because he's got a really good HD projector, and we play old films, B movies, or don't even have to be a B movie, just needs to be an old film.
I think I've managed to miss 3 in a row because I've been working, or this Saturday was bad timing, wasn't it, because of the wedding on the Friday, and I was close to death, and I'm just like, I'm not going. It's not going to happen. And funny enough, it would have been perfect, but I was absolutely dead. So he plays movies, doesn't he?
Yeah, also PlayStation. Like if you like playing Worms, that's really good on a massive screen. We get a takeaway or something around abouts. We have popcorn and drink lots of beer, and all sit in garden with blankets on, hoping it's not going to rain. And
I love it.
This one, it's proper good. It's a good laugh for an evening. We watched Rawhead Rex, which is, I think it's 1986. It's like an Irish film. Google it if you want. I won't go into details because I did fall asleep at the end and miss the ending. So I can't hardly remember the ending. But we also do a quiz, and we always take it in turns. Well, recently for the last couple, we've all done a little part rather than one person do them. And I do my own little round called Bad Synopsis, which you probably saw in the chat.
You shared it with me, and then I basically had no clue what it was on about and just didn't reply. Also, it was late and I was drunk. Yeah. So no, I wasn't drunk. It was a Saturday. I was just I think I was probably half asleep at the time as well. So yeah, it was very confusing. I had no idea what.
Well, we do have a Discord, so I'll drop them in there if anybody wants. You just need to ask, and I'll put them in. It's basically I explain a film badly. and you have to guess what film it is, and you get 2 points for each. There's 5 of them, and we also do questions. And I didn't send you the questions because I'm going to ask you some now. I mean, there is 10 questions. I'm only going to tell you 3 because I've picked the 3 that I think
You
will
know
most...
I'm trash at quizzes, like.
Yeah, this is why I picked up on it. I'm hoping that you've seen these ones. These are a little bit... There's 1 difficult, I think, and 2 pretty
Right,
easy ones.
I'm open to disappointing you, so we'll go for it. But funnily enough, you've arranged this little thing for me. I've also got something for you later, and it's to do with weird foreign names of films and how they sort of like translate. So we can have a little bit of fun. We'll have 5 minutes on each and see how that goes later. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, my theme was 90s kids films. So all parts of my quiz has to be made in the 90s and it has to be classed as a kids film. So that's a little clue for you.
Might get a few.
Yeah, well, I'm only asking you 3. I could ask you 10, but I don't.
Oh, is it just 3? Oh,
I'm only asking you 3. Yeah.
Okay. Have
just
you got more than 3
taster.
available?
Yeah, I've got 10.
Let's do 5. We'll do 5, and if it's going well, we'll do the rest.
We'll do 5.
If you've got them at hand, we'll do 5. And I'll tell you what, if I can get, I'm going to say 2.5. If I can get 2, but then close to the 1, we'll do some more. Just for the hell of it. So you had a good night anyway. And did you have takeaway? You had pizza, didn't you?
Yeah. We ordered Papa John's. I'm just going to say it's the best pizza ever made. It's beautiful.
I've had good pizza from, I'm going to say, all pizza shops. I've had good Papa John's. We don't have it close here. We used to have one in Arnold, so I have had it, but not a lot. I've had good Domino's, and I love an authentic Pizza Hut stuffed crust. I just do like a stuffed crust. And can you remember that one? I don't know if they still do it. I've not checked recently. You know the one with the bites around.
Yeah, I like them. Yeah,
that's actually a very good pizza. You get you need 3 or so dips though for that to really just just whacking them little cheese, because I love garlic bread, so that's just them a little cheesy. Dip them in, and you got to get them fresh though. That's if you warm them up the next day, they're ruined. They're just ruined. By the way, how do you heat up a pizza in the next day?
How do I keep it?
How do you no?
Oh, I don't. I have it cold.
If you were going to heat, because you can heat it up, how would you do it? And have you done it before? Just
I would get a pan out of the oven, and I would order another one because I would prefer to eat it cold than warm it up.
Right, I'm going to tell you the best way, and if anyone's listening, this is the best way to do it. I saw several different ways before, and I'm like, I'm going to try some of these, and I tried one. First thing I would do is I would warm it up in the microwave. Don't go too far with it. Don't obliterate it. Just, that kind of just a minute, because you might want 2 to really heat it up hot, but you do a minute. Get a frying pan, spray a tiny bit of oil on it, or, brush a bit, whatever you do. Pop it on the frying pan. So it's soft on the outside, and then on that bottom is that crust, that crispy crust, and I'll tell you what, oh my God, that's the way to do it. 100%. And it's every time I've mentioned it to someone and they've tried it, they've just been going I was just putting it in the microwave, but now I'll put it in a frying pan now, because I don't know what it is. It just nails it. It's just it doesn't feel the same as when you got it fresh, but it's just that crunch and that softness, which is kind of a nice feeling when you have a pizza, that slight crunch on parts of it, but then that that softness on that's more pizza. So yeah, you've had a good weekend, or that was last weekend, wasn't it? No, it was this weekend gone, wasn't it? Yeah,
Saturday night. So did that, got a little bit drunk, not too drunk. I drank my home brew that I'd done for Oktoberfest. So it were German Kolsch that I made, and I overcarbed them, so they exploded everywhere, but it was nice. So
once you get over that initial explosion, you kind of now we can pour it.
Yeah, it's a 500ml bottle, and you need to put it in a stein because it becomes just all head, and then you have to wait for it to open out. But yeah, it was a good night.
It's good.
Would you like the quiz? Would you like the quiz questions?
Let's do them now. Fuck it, we'll do it.
Yeah. Right.
I'm ready to fail.
So
I'm geared
Ready
up
to
to
fail.
Do it.
If you get 1 out of the 3 that I'm going to ask you, we'll do some more.
We'll
If
do
not,
5 and then. Okay, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Right. Which villain has a sidekick called LeFou? 90s kids. That's what you've got to remember. I will say as well, LeFou
is it a film?
Yeah, all these are films.
Is it a very popular film?
Yeah.
It wasn't Beauty and the Beast, was it? And the bad guy, and it was like his little sidekick dude.
Mm-hmm. But I haven't asked for the film, I've asked for the person.
I know, I'm trying to think. I'm thinking.
It's French.
Is it? Ha-ha.
No, but you're close.
Okay.
It's got that many syllables.
Oh, shit.
LeFou,
shit,
LeFou
that's
means
right.
the fool in French.
Oh my god. I know. It's like I know it. It's like.
It sounds similar to what somebody in a French restaurant might say to get the waiter to come over.
Which is of course garçon,
Mm-hmm.
which means like boy or something, doesn't it? In French, boy. Fuck off. Oh shit. Oh, just carry on.
Right. Next one. Which film features the characters Spanky, Stymie, Pokey, Buckwheat, and
No idea.
No idea.
Nope.
It is a coloured remake of a black and white series.
Thought you were being racist there and using weird terms.
No. It's a glorious Technicolor, this film, but the originals, which is like from the 30s onwards, are black and white.
Right, can I phone a friend on the first one?
Yeah, if you want.
Paige! This is my phone a friend. You know Beauty and the Beast? Who's the bad guy in it? Louder? Gaston.
Yes.
Yes!
Like Garçon.
Thank you, babe. Phone a friend worked on that one. Good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah,
Gaston.
So it was originally a black and white film, but was it coloured, as in it was painted over and coloured, or was it?
No, it was like remade in the 90s with new 90s kids, because it's all about kids.
Not freaking
kids.
like Lord of the Flies shit, is it?
No, but it's
I can't help thinking that's like an old film that they redid. Like, do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. I'm not sure.
Would you like the answer?
Give me a clue. Is there a clue that you can give me? Clearly, I'm useless. So give me a clue, and then I'll just see if I can.
They are small, and they are a little bit naughty. So other words for them. Other word for small. Other word for a little bit naughty.
No idea. No, I'm done. Go on.
Little Rascals.
Oh shit! Okay, Little Rascals.
Yes.
Haven't seen it.
Right. So, well,
I told you, I missed a big portion of early 90s and 80s, didn't I? So just like totally no idea. But yeah, carry on. This is it. I like it.
Well, this one is a film from the 90s, but it's taking. I'm guessing you're going to actually see these films. It takes inspiration from two other films. Which 1998 kids film closely resembles the plot of Seven Samurai and the Magnificent Seven, even down to the number of warriors recruited? So you know the plot of Seven Samurai. I don't know. I can't say seven today. Seven Samurai and the Magnificent Seven.
So the Magnificent Seven is based on Kurosawa's
Seven Samurai.
Yeah. And there was a kids version.
This is in the 90s, and it was a big budget film, much beloved by lots of people. But it's got basically the same plot. Until I did this quiz, I did not even put these two things together. But it's so blatantly obvious. I don't know why I didn't see it.
When did it come out? 90s.
1998.
Oh, so it's like
So it's late
later
90s.
90s.
Yeah.
I was like 18. I wasn't watching films. I was getting drunk. I don't know.
So if think on the plot of Seven Samurai, Magnificent Seven. Can you remember the plot? I can explain.
Yeah.
the
So
plot.
Magnificent Seven. They get together to protect a village, a town.
Yeah, they go out and get warriors or samurai to come back and protect the village.
I can't think. I'm gonna kick myself on this one. What is it? I can't do it.
It's A Bug's Life. That's the exact same plot.
A Bug's Life.
Yeah, because the grasshoppers come, and to protect the ant colony, he goes out and recruits 7 warriors, because they're not allowed to call them samurai or whatever they are. Yeah, and he gets them, 7 of them come back to protect the village.
Yeah, I've seen that film. I quite like that. It was that and ants, wasn't it? They were very sort of like, oh, the insects. You could easily mix them two up, couldn't you? Yeah, good film. No, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have put that. Give me another one. Another one.
This one might be a bit hard for you. What was the last major animated motion picture to be filmed on plastic animation cells? Now, I'll give you a clue straight away. It's all completely animated, obviously, and it is
like
my favourite. Yeah, all completely hand drawn, no CGI, no computer images, nothing. So this was the last ever film, big name film, to ever be made like this. Everything else after this has got CGI of some sort, and it is one of my favourite films. That's the clue. So if we've done lots about this in other episodes, so my favourite film that is animated. And it's not.
Are we looking at oh my god? Words are falling out of my head today. Is it a Japanese anime?
It is.
Is it the Princess Mononoke? Is it that?
It is.
Wow, is that really? Is that the last one that was done like
That's
that?
That's the last ever one.
I would have thought it'd have been something like. So I like this because this to me says that it was dying out. And it's like, there was a certain point where in cinema, a lot of directors wouldn't use film. They were using a lot of, obviously, digital cameras, weren't they? Digital cinema making. They were like, yeah, why would you use film? But now, it's coming back, isn't it? But, like, Christopher Nolan uses a lot of film, and his stuff looks so good. Like, cinematically, his films are stunning. But, going back to you, I kind of feel like it was dying out, but it was like, whoever it was that was the main lead at some point just went, well, we'll do it. I know we shouldn't be doing it, but we'll do it anyway because it's what I like to do, and let's and it ended up being, like you say, the last one. That's quite interesting. That I found.
It's slated as one of the best ones of that.
That's a good fact. So. I like it.
Now you've got that in the bank.
Yeah, I've watched I think half of that twice, and I've never watched the whole thing. I think it is something I will at some point. Amongst the other many things I have to do, I will watch it.
Well, if you flip that half to the other half, then you'll have watched it all.
Yeah, I'll just
stop watching the first half and then watch the first.
I'll just watch the end. I think I've watched the first enough to know it was. I can't remember what point it was, but anyway, give us another one. We'll do it. We'll just keep going for a bit.
Another one. Right, this one is actually from the 80s, but the sequels are in the 90s, so that's why I'm counting that. What is the full name of the main character from The Neverending Story? He has a stupid name. I want a full name as well.
I have never seen The Neverending Story. Told you. I have a big gap of films.
You need to go back and get all
big
these watched.
Time. Oh, I don't want to. I don't know. You're gonna have to just give me this one.
Bastian Books.
That is a hell of a name.
He reads a book. Yeah, and Bastian. I've never heard of that. Never heard a real person called that, but if there's anyone listening who's called that, comment. Bastian. Bastian Books. Buxs. But it's books. As in reading a book. Never-ending story.
Go for the next one. We'll see. And if this one I don't get, we're done.
Right. Yeah, I know you watched this film recently. And by recently, I think about 2 years ago. What are the 3 sisters collectively known as in Hocus Pocus? Something sisters. They say it all the time.
The quiet portion there is me thinking. Hocus Pocus. Did I watch that recently? Is that the one with Bruce Willis in him? Or is that something else to do with witches? There's one with witches with oh shit, I don't know.
Is there?
Are you sure I've seen it? Are you sure I've seen it?
Yep.
You're gonna have to tell me on this one.
It's the Sanderson sisters.
Never heard of that. Not even heard. I might not have even seen it. We'll leave it there because I am just clearly getting these all wrong and it's terribly embarrassing. Jumping over to what I was up to over the weekend, as you know, it was my birthday last week. On the Wednesday, I was 28.
The big 5-0.
28 again. I'll let you decide which 50 or 28. Got various things. Like geek shit. I got beers. I got like socks, a Star Wars t-shirt, a Back to the Future game. I got an Alien. It's a shame I haven't got them. There's this beautiful collection of figures, and I got the third one in the series. It's like the last one in the series. The fourth one. This is a set of 4. But I can't get the fourth one because it was a special at San Diego Comic Con in like 2019, and it's like, why label it as a set if that's one of them? It shouldn't be because you literally can't get it. But there's a Xenomorph. There's an astronaut dude who's getting like a face hugger on him, and then there's Ripley with Mr. Jones the cat. Very nice little set of little figures. Quite just I know people love these collectible figures, the pop vinyls, but I quite like these because they're just better. There's more effort into them. You know, a pop vinyl is just literally a colour switch and maybe an item, isn't it? And it's like these are very, very good. Like 30 quid each or something. It's a nice set. You never know, might be worth a couple of quid one day, but I'm not selling them, so it's fine. For Friday, some of you may know that me and Nathan do like photography stuff, and we were supposed to do a wedding. Nathan couldn't make it, unfortunately, but I did it. And I crowdsourced some help. That was very tiring. I've been through all the photos now, so that was quite enjoyable. And for doing it, I was given a gift, and it was a bottle of whiskey. Did I share it with you? I can't remember if I'd shown you which one it was.
Yeah, the Japanese one.
It was, yeah. So Suntory is a brewery, a distillery in Japan, massively sort of famous and popular, but they are a little bit pricey. And I've always kind of avoided buying when I'm like, I'll get one at some point, and I've just left it. But I got given one as a gift. I think they remember. They're very good at remembering stuff that you talk about, and I think they remember me on about it. So I got this bottle of Suntory whiskey. It's Hibiki, and what it is, it's a blended whiskey. So they've took their finest whiskey and they've blended them. I know a lot of people don't like blended whiskies, but I think if you can make something that's nice from ingredients that you've already got, and it's really nice. It's very smooth. It doesn't sort of attack your throat. It's slight. Now, I don't like a smoky whiskey. Now, Isle of Skye, there's a Talisker distillery, and one of theirs is to do with the peat that they use. Not a guy called Pete, just like the shit from the ground, and it's super smoky, and it's smoky to the point where it's a little bit, it's like undrinkable. You can't enjoy it. You can just sort of go back.
Unpleasant.
You could kind of just knock it back if you wanted, but my shirt is terribly creased. But it's like you find yourself sort of, it overtakes your senses as a really heavily smoky whiskey does. You find yourself breathing it through your nose, and it's like, when we had it in Edinburgh, we didn't enjoy it. But this one is very slightly smoky. I feel like it's the perfect amount. So you can kind of pick it up and be like, oh, this is a smoky one. I don't like smoky whiskies. But then you have it and it's like, actually, it's different. And it's super nice. And it's a whiskey that I'm hardly going to touch. I'll have it every now and again. And hopefully you'll be able to have some at some point.
I was just about to say.
I'll make sure 100%. I will not, over the next year, I will not finish that bottle. I'll probably only have it a little bit every now and again, and so I will definitely make sure that we save some for you to have some. Definitely, it's one that's worth not. I mean, it's how much is it? I had a look because I was curious to know more information about it, and it sells for like 70 quid a bottle. It's not a cheap whiskey. Because for me, I think I'm like, I'm at a level of about 30. I like obviously 20 quid under. I'll try various whiskies, but at a price of about 35 is where I start to be like, is it worth it? You know, it's like a bottle of wine. There's a lot of experts say that you shouldn't spend more than £10 on a bottle of wine because once you reach tenner, the wine doesn't get better. The brand might be better in some people's eyes, but it's just like a snob thing. Because, you know, the amount of times they've done, you know, like they do blind taste testing. You know, they do it with, like, mince pies, don't they? Where they get all the mince pies from all the different big stores and they go, well, the Aldi and Lidl one's the best again. And it's the cheapest mince pie.
Yeah.
And it's often the same. I know Lidl and Aldi win a lot of awards to do with their wine, to do with their gin. I think there was some, I don't know if it was champagne, it was something like that. And it's just like, yeah, it's like £2 a bottle, and it's like, it's so nice. And it's like, it kind of makes you look at the experts as if they're just idiots. Like, okay, so you can get this wine and you can go, smells like raspberries, tastes like chocolate, looks like this, it's got this particular, it's a ruby red colour. I'm like, it means shit all once you've drank it and you enjoy it. So I find it quite, like I say, once I've got that 35 quid up that whiskey, I'm like, is it worth it? And I was always going to get a Suntory bottle. And they got me one as a gift for helping out, so I was quite pissed. Funny, it's really funny because there was me and a lady who got a gift. She'd been helping out organise, and of course I was just literally spending the day taking photos and getting drunk. Oh, by the way, that day, you always hear the joke, don't you, about the drunken uncle at a wedding? It was me.
Yeah, you do look like a drunken uncle.
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Me and my brother-in-law, Jay, we both got very drunk, and he was actually helping with some of the photos as well. I positioned him in a place in the when they was having the ceremony. I'm like, right, I'd already messaged him, and he came and I was like, right, Jay. He's like, where do you want me? I'm like, you stand there, you point the camera there. When they walk down the aisle, you literally stand in the aisle, you take it down, and when they're coming up, you get him again. And he's like, sorted. And he got some brilliant pictures, and I couldn't be more happy at literally sending a message to someone and going, you've got a help. I knew he had a decent camera, and I knew it's something he's interested in and he was willing to try. And sometimes that's all it takes. I've even picked up on a few things that I feel he could improve on, and at some point I am going to message him. I'm going to say, look, when you're taking photos, just do. I've got one little tip for you, and I'll leave it with him, because I always like to constructively critique people's efforts when it comes to photography. I'm always like, you know what? I've got one tip for you, and it'll make your photography, in this particular situation, it will make it twice as good, because I like to help people. And I think a lot of people, as much as they can take a picture and it can be in focus, sometimes they don't know a lot about positioning, and I'm just like, just move it, try this, just try it and see if it helps you. I'm going to give him a little tip, but yeah, big thanks to Jay. Yeah, so it was me and this lady that got this gift, and I'm looking, and I think all she got was a bunch of flowers, and I'm like,
oh, that's what she might have wanted.
I'm not saying it was a crap present, but I'm like, I'm glad I got the whiskey on that one. It was a big bunch of flowers. It was an amazing bunch of flowers. I'm like, but I was just like, I'm glad I got the whiskey on this one. I would have took a bunch of flowers. I would have, put it in the kitchen or something. But yeah, the whiskey was definitely the one for me. So yeah, that's about it really. Jumping on to a bit of game news, bit of film news. I've got a little thing I want to play with you, and then we shall roll on. Let's see what we've got. Would you like to mention the first one I've got on there? Because I know... Have you played that game?
Yeah, lots.
Right, you've played it lots, so I think that's what a good one for you there.
Yep, Stardew Valley has ended, unfortunately. The creator's no longer doing anything. I mean, he's done loads. It's only one person. He's not doing any more updates.
I think he outsourced a little bit. I think it was one person to start with, but then he had a few extra people to help him out. But he's always been that main controlling lead over it, which I think's having that one mind on it. I think's brilliant, because clearly he's a genius. Yeah, so
it's a one-man vision. and it's come to fruition a couple of years ago, and everybody loved it. It's got rave reviews. I know lots of people that like it, some more than others. I know I'll give a shout out to Sam because I know she plays a lot of Stardew Valley.
Yeah, I haven't seen it much recently, but I've not been on Steam that much. I've often seen her be on there. Ooh, Sam is playing Stardew Valley, and it's like she loves that game, and I understand why. I've had a couple of hours on it, but I've never dedicated myself to, I think, get the true value of the game. And it's another game which I want to do. I want to be like, you know what? When I've got half an hour, I'm gonna have a go. And if I can get into it, I'm gonna keep progressing with it, because you can form relationships, you can go fishing. You can do all sorts. And I feel like I missed out because I've not as with a lot of games, sometimes you don't exploit them enough as what you could do. So, but yeah, 15 million copies. He has said that he is not ruling out future DLC, but he's stopped working on it for the moment. But yeah, Stardew Valley, brilliant game, and emulated by a few other games, including Graveyard Keeper, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that Stardew Valley is the one that sort of like re-sparked that insurgence of like pixel art sort of games.
I don't know if it's pixel art specifically, but I think that isometric, doing lots of jobs sort of that aspect. It definitely, you're 100% right. It definitely made people go, oh, we can do that, and we'll give it a go. Yeah, wonderful game. I like the way that it brought out all those different styles of environment. You could have like the. Can you remember when you start the game on the right had these what sort of like you could have one that had lots of rivers in it and stuff like that, one with lots of trees, or different sorts of resources. And did you get a pet in that game? Was it that one you had a pet in?
Yeah.
That one? Yeah. Can't remember whatever happened to mine.
Could get a dog.
Probably. I always have a cat. I'm a cat person. I like dogs, but I'm definitely a cat person. News on Blood Hunt. It has been released now, isn't it? So it's an early access release. We both downloaded it maybe a month ago to have a go on the closed beta, wasn't it? Invite only.
Yep.
And I managed to have a go. You managed to have a go. But we didn't manage to have a go together because it only lasted like the weekend, and I was working.
It were like 7 hours, weren't it? It were ridiculously short.
Yeah, it was crazy because I was working. I think you was busy, and we were like, "We'll get on," and we didn't get on. And then it was like, "Can we get on?" And then I think I was like, "I think it's ended," and you were like, "It's ended," and so we didn't get on. But we are going to get on now, not right now, but we have got it. I've got it installed, so we'll definitely have a good go and see how it goes. So, if no one knows what it is, how would you explain Blood Hunt?
It's basically it's a battle royale with vampires. If you probably recognise the name a little bit, Blood Hunt masquerades.
Is it Vampire Masquerades / Blood Hunt?
Bloodlines. Yeah. It's a massive RPG from early 2000s. They're making a number 2, which keeps getting delayed, and it looks really good. I will be playing that. And there is also like story ones that's out, but they've decided to turn around to battle royale, and they've given it a little spin because you play vampires, and you're in a city where there's NPCs that you can feed on, and also the vampires to fight and use guns and powers and stuff. So, so it's quite good graphics and all.
Yeah, not only do you get physical weapons, such as I think there's like crossbows and melee stuff, and then you can sort of fight without weapons, or there's like guns, isn't there? But there's also you have these powers, so you can jump, you can climb up walls, you can do like I think you have specific magic powers. I say magic, whatever they are, according to who you are. But also you can do like a pulse, can't you, to find people, and say you can feed on people to get energy. It's very interesting. It's very dark. I think it will appeal to people that don't like Fortnite, that people that might be a bit like, I like a bit of this kind of goth-esque vibe, and I do like a bit of a fight, but I've not managed to get on Warzone or Fortnite, or PUBG's going down the toilet anyway, so we won't talk about that. But yeah, it's definitely worth a go. It's free early access. Get on it, and it's on Steam. It's not a very big download. It's like just over 10 gig or something. Yeah, get on it. I mean, maybe we can get a few people on and have a go one night. Maybe we'll see. So I did. It's over now. Sorry about this. Anyone that's gonna joke, oh, is it? But Surviving Mars was free on Steam. It is now finished. We are recording on, what day is it? Wednesday. So it's finished today, 6 o'clock. But that was free for 24 hours. I have played it a little bit because I think we got it free on Epic. I think it was free on Epic and quite enjoyed it, but never got into it. Yet again, never got in that much into it. It's like base building on Mars, pick a location, land, use the resources. There's like 17 odd DLCs for it, not on the free one. I think that's just your standard. But yeah, very good. If you like sci-fi and base building, I think that's one definitely worth having a look at. You've written Warzone on the notes.
I have, because I didn't want to give too much away, because I think it might be a surprise for you. It's because you love Warzone. There is obviously a new Call of Duty coming out end of year, November 5th. Vanguard.
Like
and
World
to
War
coincide
II
with
base,
that,
isn't it?
Yeah. To coincide with that, even though the rumour is it's going to be slightly after, Verdansk is getting scrapped. It's getting chucked away.
Totally
no more
thrown
Verdansk.
away.
Totally thrown away. No more Verdansk.
You can't do that.
There's a new map, and it's set on an island, and it's called the Pacific. And I'll read you the quote which they've put. Of course, it will feature all new points of interest, but it will be more vibrant, this is in quotation marks, and alive than the original Warzone map, with plenty of secrets hidden within its beauty. So I'm guessing it's going to be like a sort of tropical
Keep talking,
island.
I'm just ducking down. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's going to be like a tropical island, little villages dotted around, mountains to climb, caves to go down. I'm quite excited about this one. They've said that even though the Verdansk map, I mean, I don't know who would think it would anyway, even though the Verdansk map is going, all your progress is going to be saved, obviously, all your weapons, all your character stuff, everything else, it's all going to be fine. But you just get a new map. They're also introducing, I don't know if we spoke about this before, the new anti-cheat system that was supposed to come out in August.
We have. It's to do with hardware. ID by then, isn't it? And people, I've seen some jokes. Oh, just buy a PC, get cheats and sell it, and then just buy a new PC. I'm like, no one's gonna do that. Get a life. No one's gonna do that. At the end of the day, they'll just find something else to play. People that cheat on these games, they're idiots. I get it, because they might not be very good, but they want to be seemed as good. I reckon there's different tiers to cheaters. There's those that like to play but find it very hard, but then there's these idiots who like to ruin games. And I'm sorry, at some point it gets boring. It gets if you can't be defeated. Well, I mean, cheaters do get defeated, but if you can always see where people are, you can always hit people with your bullets. You can kill a guy in a helicopter. Eventually, it's going to get boring.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's going to get boring, and you're going to end up being like, "I'll play something else." Bring on the anti-cheat. Bring on the new map. I'm all for it. I do like Verdansk. I do actually think it's a very good map. I cannot kind of like knock Verdansk. I do think they did a very good job with it. But I'll be looking forward to a new map. The only risk is with a new map is that it won't be as good. It's always a fear. It happened with PUBG. They brought in some new maps, and it was like, okay, we'll just play the other maps, or the original map. Sorry, one of the maps was really open, and it was terrible to play because it was like you'd visit like a shed, maybe find a gun, walk off, and you'd just get shot by someone that was like a mile away that's been watching you, and it's very difficult to play. But bring it on. We'll see how it goes. American Truck Simulator's been doing very well, like these games always do. They've had some new DLC. It's for the American side. It's Wyoming, and that's been at top of the selling list on Steam, which is a thing. I get how they're interested. Not my cup of tea, those games. And one thing I'm very excited about to look at and possibly try is a new Sonic game. I'm always up for a new Sonic game because they're generally crap, and I'm looking for that gem. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the Sonic games that have been out, I'm going to say the last 15 years or so, been trash. There's only been a few good ones. Sonic Mania was good, but ironically that was actually made by a modder and who they employed to make the game. So for me, it doesn't even feel like an official Sonic game. It's like a man's vision who loves Sonic, and that's the thing. That's what they need. When you're making a game, you don't want to just have a team and go, "Oh, you're making a Sonic game," and they're like, half of them are going, "Oh," you know what I mean? And then we'll just, yes, I can make a ring and it goes ding when you collect it. I want someone who's making a game that loves those games. I think that's important. I think that's important. I think anyone with common sense can agree that if you're going to make a game, you need to want to make it, and it needs to be in your interest to not only please the public but the consumer, but to please yourself. Yeah. Why would you make a game just for the hell of it? And it's a daft one, isn't it? So new Sonic game, Sonic Colors Ultimate. It looks sort of has like a 3D element to it. It looks really good and features of course, our blue spiky friend. I think I'll definitely be trying it out sometime. PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox, and Switch. So it's the full gamut, which I think that's brilliant. I'm sick of games being tied into the one system. I think it's garbage. Maybe 1 or 2 games you can have. PlayStation, you want your Spider-Man, fine. You want your God of War, fine. But I don't like it when like this could have easily been switched, because Sega and Nintendo have done stuff like that before, haven't they? Especially with like the DS. Could have easily got tied into it, but it didn't, which is brilliant. So I'll be checking it out at some point. Have you any more game news you wanted to mention?
There's the quick one for New World beta. Open beta starts today. After 6 o'clock. It's past 6 o'clock. So it's open, but you have got to register for it, which I found weird, seeing as I already got it. But I haven't received an invite yet.
Is it on a launcher, or you got your?
No, you go on the store page on Steam. Go there, register for the thing. It's like one of the, you can buy 2 different packs or whatever it is, and then it's registered beta underneath. Do that, and it's only out till the 12th, I think it is. So you've got all weekend and everything. Give New World a try. That's not out while the 28th September.
I'm off on Saturday, month. So maybe if I download it, maybe we can have an hour or 2 on it.
Yeah,
maybe if you're not doing it on Saturday. And we can report on it, can't we? At some point.
We can tell everyone our views. That's New Worlds is the talked as a Dark Souls MMO sort of style game. I didn't get any Dark Souls vibes from it. I was a little underwhelmed on that side when I played it before, but I did like what I played. But to me, it felt more like a Sea of Thieves third person, if I'm honest. But we'll see. Yeah, it felt a bit piratey.
I enjoyed our Sea of Thieves the other day. We need to get through some more. I do love that game. I love to hate
that
it.
Is a very good game.
I like collecting cannonballs and shit, but then I don't like dying. So
yeah,
like when you get
always a letdown.
When you get but it's still fun. Like I feel when you lose your stuff, I feel like you don't lose your stuff. You should get it within 10 minutes. You generally can fill back up, can't you? Yeah. So New World, we'll definitely to have a look at that. And so that's a free open beta, isn't it? Just for
everyone. You can just go to the Steam store page and play.
Just for the weekend, that's some good stuff. Right, jumping on to some film news. A few bits and bobs. Nothing really important, to be honest, in film news. Aquaman has a new outfit. I keep seeing stuff all over various news sites and social media. It's just black, miserable, and boring. Can you remember his traditional like gold and green one? And also he did have it on in the end of the last Aquaman film. Looked absolutely amazing. But more importantly, do we boycott Aquaman because it's got Amber Heard in? Do you know anything? Do you know anything about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp?
I do. They've been kicking off at each other because there's been all different.
So he's supposed to be some sort of like abuser, but there's no proper evidence, and she's like a total bitch. And it's like, he lost his role in the Harry Potter, didn't he? The new ones that came out with
Fantastic Beast.
Yeah, so he lost his. He was Voldemort's like arch enemy, whose name's fell out of my head now.
I can't remember what it is.
God, he was in it for a film, and he was so good. Johnny Depp. I know he's a bit of a. I feel like Johnny Depp often plays Johnny Depp, like the quirky, crazy, quite a lot. But when he played this character, it was like, shit, good actor, solid actor. But you often find those ones that are like more stupid, like Jim Carrey. He plays a stupid guy a lot, but when he's serious, that guy comes across so well. that it doesn't seem fair on other actors. It's so good. But I would be very tempted to not watch. If there was a global shift of people that just went, you know what, 100 million people turn around and went, we are not watching Aquaman, I'd be in that group. Because I think for him to lose that and her to... Because there's lots of stuff come out about her, for her to just be carrying on, I just think... I mean, did she think she was going to get one over on Johnny Depp? The people love him. I mean, if he comes out to be an absolute nutcase abuser, then fine, I'll gladly hate him with the rest of the world. But the fact is, I think just the way she's treating him is a bit shitty. I think she's a bit of a bitch. Sorry, Amber Heard, if you're listening.
Speaking of shitty, I'm pretty sure that it was her and not him that shat in the other one's bed. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was her that shot in Johnny Depp's bed.
Allegedly,
yeah. So that's what he has to deal with.
I see. Yeah, and apparently she's crazy, isn't she? Like she's like a proper scrapper, isn't she, and all the rest of it. I mean, he looked like a troubled man when he came out of those courts and that, and it was a British court, which also fuck them. Muppets Haunted, but Muppets Haunted Mansion is coming to Disney Plus in October. I love a good Muppet film, and we've got a nice scary one. But I don't have Disney Plus because screw Disney Plus. It's too expensive, and I can't be bothered with it. Do you like Muppet films?
I hate the Muppets.
I love Muppets. They're so good.
I hate the Muppets.
Oh no. Matrix has got a new film coming out. I've seen a very short trailer for it, and I'm going to stick at that. It definitely wasn't a spoiler. It was more like, you know those teaser ones they have? And it's like, ooh. I'm going to stick with my ooh trailer, and I'm not going to go on to the one that's 5 minutes long. But maybe they won't do one. I mean, The Matrix doesn't need a trailer because the Matrix films were so good. Now, the only issue I've got with it is that in it, Keanu Reeves has got his longish hair. And I'm like, oh, it's John Wick there, look. That's all I can see. John Wick. And it's like, should have done something with that. I bet you turn around and went, I'm not cutting my hair. I like my hair.
He's grown it now, so...
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to watch it, of course, because I do like the Matrix film. I think the first Matrix film is one of those, like, one of the best sci-fis. Like, I don't want to say best sci-fis ever made, but it's up there with one of the greatest sci-fis ever, ever conceived and made, and I think it's brilliant. It's such a good film, such a good cast. It's fantastic. So yeah, looking forward to that. Netflix doesn't always give us something decent, but I saw a trailer for a film called The Guilty. Jake Gyllenhaal, great actor. I quite liked him in that Spider-Man film when he played that Mysterio, was it?
Yeah.
Such a good actor. He's a 911 operator. And what did I write in the note? Some shit goes down. It was originally a Danish film. It's been redone with a good old Hollywood makeover. The problem is, if a film's done in a foreign language, there's a massive audience that just won't watch it. I will watch stuff that's subbed, but not all the time. And I used to do more. Now I just can't be bothered. I just rather just watch it and listen to it, as opposed to reading. If it's something that was really good, maybe, or like maybe an old anime or something. But this looks really good. So he gets like 911 calls, and he's always like, helping people and sorting out a fire service or police or whatever. But he gets some like weird call off someone, and it's like, "Hi, I'm just ringing to see how you are," and he's like, "Don't mess about," and she's like, no, don't hang up. And then he twigs, and he's like, "Oh, are you pretending I'm your child?" And they're like, "Yeah." And then, "Oh, are you in danger?" "Yeah." And she's like, "Yes, lovey." Yeah. So there's this like weird coded conversation that's going off, and it ends up being that no one will help her because there's no like proof of anything going off. They can't find a location. The call's getting cut off, etc., etc., etc. So it's just this like adventure, and I'm pretty sure there's a film already like this to do with an operator that goes. I'm pretty sure there's. I want to say maybe two. I think there's one in Halle Berry, and there's another one. I can't remember what it is, but I'm quite looking forward to it. I like Jake Gyllenhaal, and I think it looks good. It's called The Guilty, and it's on Netflix. I don't know if it's coming out right now, or it's like something I've seen that's coming out soon, but it does look. It's on my watch list 100, and I don't like to say it, but 110%. Our favourite jumping on the settee actor, Tom Cruise, Top Gun, Maverick. is delayed again. This just keeps being delayed and delayed.
No.
I swear they're just delaying it until they can only release it in the cinema to make money from it.
Yeah.
I think he's actually a really good actor, but I think he's also crazy. And I can't help but see that middle tooth he's got. He's got a tooth. One of his two front teeth is over towards the centre more. Have you not ever seen that?
No.
Right. Next time you see some, or just find a picture of him, or find like a clip with him in. One of his two front teeth is over more to the centre, and once you see it, that's all you see. All you see. See, people hate him. One of my favourite films is the Last Samurai, and I think he does that so well. Being someone that's quite interested in that sort of like the Japanese history and just what it all is and what it stands for, to watch that and to have a little understanding of what happened when they started embracing the West, taking on firearms and getting rid of the old samurai, the clans that they used to have. Watching it, it's like there's a lot of accurate. I get it. There's always inaccuracies with historical sort of dramas, but there's a lot of accuracy in that that's very interesting, and I think it's a beautiful film. And I don't know whether I told you before, it's one of my granddad's favourite films. And after he died, and we went around to his house, you visit the house and whatever, you meet up there. I think it was at the funeral. I saw his DVD copy on a shelf, and I actually just took it and put it in my pocket. I just went, I'm having it, because it was one of my favourite. It was a favourite film of mine, and his. I'm like, I'm not asking anyone for it. I'm just gonna take it. So I just took it, and it's in my drawer. I don't watch the DVD copy because it's DVDs. I don't think look brilliantly on a 55-inch TV. To be fair, but I've got it now, and it's something I'm just going to keep. It's a mutual thing that we both like, and I think I'm well within my rights to just keep it. I don't care. Fight me if you want it that bad. But yeah, so like I say, Tom Cruise crazy. Top Gun. The trailer for Top Gun Maverick looks really good, but I actually think the original Top Gun film. Have you seen the original Top Gun film?
Very, very long time ago.
Yeah, I watched it a few years ago. Like maybe 3 years ago or something, and I thought it was crap. There was a bit of good dogfighting with the plane. I always, everyone likes to see planes flying around and look really good, but I actually think it's a film and it's got a really rubbish ending, and I just think it's overrated. It is not. It does not deserve to be that. Was it 80s, late 80s, early 90s? It does not to be. It should not be revered as much as it is. I think it's garbage. Absolute. Just as a film, I think it's a bit shit. And he looks about 2 foot tall in it as well. I think it's before he started getting fellow co-stars that were like, because he has this thing where they're all like smaller, aren't they? Everything's like his main lady will be smaller. Yeah. So Top Gun. Did you ever watch the Expendables films?
Never.
They don't strike me as a film that you'd watch. I love my action films. And come on, I mean, the main sort of people. You got like Stallone, Dolph Lundgren, all these people from like the 80s and 90s. So basically, they bring them all back for these they're like aging action heroes, and they're in these films like Expendables 1, 2, 3. I mean, 1 was very good. The other ones were fine. But there's a fourth one coming through. Sylvester Stallone. So we have Stallone, Jason Statham, Dolph Lundgren, Randy Couture, who I believe is a wrestler, returning, and we've got 50 Cent making an appearance. Which, why not? Might get killed. Tony Jaa, who is I don't remember where the country he's from. I feel bad, but he's like a martial arts. Did a lot within the last 10 years, but not so much very recently. And Megan Fox with her weird toe thumbs, she's also coming in. Have you any interest in what's next on the list on
there? No.
You haven't? Oh, the only reason I put it on there was I thought you might like this. So Resident Evil has a lot of films. I think the first one it's kind of not too bad, but a lot of the others are just a bit. They're just, I don't know. They've all got a life of their own. They're a bit out there, aren't they? But there's a new one coming out. Welcome to Raccoon City. I bet Terry's interested in it. I bet Terry loves Resident Evil. I'm sure he does. And It's not got Mila Jovovich in it. It's like totally new cast. So I'm quite looking forward to it. It's like they've gone, let's just do a new one. A new one without all the old baggage. There's a few stills from it, and I think it looks quite interesting. I'm always up for a new film, and why not let it be a Resident Evil film? Sorry, just clicking stuff. One interesting. Would you like to read that, and then we can share some thoughts?
Yep, I have not read the article, but I will do my best.
Film buff. You don't need the article. That paragraph nails it.
That's all. This is all the information you need.
Yeah.
Film buff rescues 20,000 VHS tapes to be thrown away. He runs a video shop and he travelled 300 miles to empty out 3 lock-up garages. Now, that man, I don't care what anyone says, is a hero. He deserves all our respect. On a Thursday night at 6 o'clock, I'm going to go out in front and I'm going to clap my hands for him because he has done a bang-up job.
Shouting things like, be kind, rewind, be kind, rewind. Like on a big poster. So he runs a video shop and it's in Liverpool, and he travelled to Dundee where all these were being thrown away. I don't know how he got wind of it. Now what it is, there was some, I believe it was just one person. I could be wrong, but someone had collected all of these videos, these VHS tapes over years. It's like, I don't know, some crack addict had just gone crazy, just like, I need another one. And every time he'd gone to a car boot, he'd just bought a few more VHS. I don't know how many car boots. And let's say he bought 10. That's a lot of car boots. And he's just collected them and just put them in his garage. 3 lock-up garages. And he's gone and got them all. And there's loads of really cool pictures on the article of him looking very excited with all these VHS boxes. And I'm like, 1, he's a hero. 2, he's crazy. Let's be just straight up. The reason he's crazy, he might be selling. He's got this video shop, and I'm assuming he says shops. I'm assuming he sells them. Who's buying them? Who is saying to themselves, shit, I need a VHS copy of Blade? And they're going off to this shop to try and, I mean, obviously his stock levels just increased quite a lot. He's having to rent out his own 3 lock-up garages now. But yeah, who's buying them? That's my point. I might have a look more into the article to have a look, but something's crazy right there. Crazy. That is the end of our film news, unless you've got anything else to throw in.
Nope, we've covered everything. I think we're a little bit light on film news. It's getting to that time of year where kids are back at school, so they're going to wait until Christmas to get any good releases. Well, November, October time. But yeah, quiet time in the film scape.
Definitely. Right, let's have a few of these. So I'm doing this on the fly, so I'm just going to be scrolling and picking ones that I think are interesting and that you might find amusing. I'm going to pour the rest of my beer into here. This is quite nice, actually. I've had better ones, but this is not. It's not too harsh. It's not like you know, like you buy them and sometimes you're like, it's quite nice. Slightly citrus, that one. Not too bad. Annam's Ghost Ship. Official, not official, hashtag not official sponsor of today's podcast. Right, so I've got a big list of films. There were several of these that I could find, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the country and the translation. So let's say it was China, and they've took a film, a popular Western film, maybe another country like. But let's say it's a Western film, and the way they've translated it over comes off really odd. And we'll just see if you can get it. And if you can't, I'll just tell you what it is, and we'll try a few more. We'll maybe do 5 to 10, and we'll see how it comes off. So the first one is China. Superpower Dare Die Team. No chance in hell you're getting this one.
Superpower Dare Die Team.
Yeah, and my problem is superpower isn't relevant. And I'm really confused why it's there.
I had it then.
This is what did you think?
I was gonna say Suicide Squad.
Oh, it would make so much sense, wouldn't it? Oh, that is such a good guess. Such a good guess. No, it's Ghostbusters.
What?
You know the new
No
one
superpowers.
the new crap one that came out. It's that one. Right, here's a good one. This sort of makes sense. 6 Naked Pigs. Now this, I believe, is from the 90s. I don't mind throwing a clue. This is from the 90s, and it's a British film. 6 Naked Pigs.
6 Naked Pigs.
There's a very right. Okay, so I'm gonna give you, because I know they're quite hard. So I'm gonna give you a few like nudges. Concentrate on the word naked.
Naked. Oh, it's not Full Monty, is it?
It is the Full Monty.
Yes.
And
a bit bad to call them pigs, but
yeah. What is that about? That is from China. That one. Right.
Filmed in Sheffield, and I watched them film it. That's my claim to fame.
Oh, I think I remember you. Wasn't it something to do with a job centre or something?
What? No. Oh no, the post office.
Oh, the post office. That was
scene.
it. When they were in the queue.
Yep.
There's I'm not gonna tell you. I'll just tell you what this is. It's called, from Denmark. It's Die Hard Mega Hard. It's literally Die Hard with a vengeance, but they've just gone for Die Hard Mega Hard. Right. This is Germany. This is a really long title that they've called this film. The Unbelievable Trip in a Wacky Aeroplane.
Is it just aeroplane?
It's just airplane. Yeah, that's it. Why have they not just called it airplane? Right. Oh, this is great. This is China. His powerful device makes him famous.
His powerful device.
When I say powerful device, it's nothing technological or magical.
Is it? It's not Zoolander, is it?
It's not. No. I'll just tell you if you want.
Yeah, go on.
Boogie Nights, and the title makes sense. It does, because he's naked and it's his thing, in it. That's his powerful device. It's why he made him famous. Yeah. Let's do.
Device. That's what the kids are calling it these days.
Israel. The gun died laughing. There are some good clues in that.
The gun died laughing. I have no idea.
So it is The Naked Gun.
Oh,
so it's a comedy with a gun, but did the gun die? I don't think so.
Do other countries just like to have like the synopsis of the film within the title, or what?
This is a brilliant one. So this is Japan. We'll do a couple more. This is Japan. I'm drunk and you're a prostitute.
This is not Pretty Woman, is it? That's the only one I could think we're prostitute.
But it could be, couldn't it? Yeah. No, it's Leaving Las Vegas.
Oh.
Let me see if I can find. Okay, what is that? I don't get this one. Right. So there's a film, Jack Nicholson, Helen Hunt, Greg Kinnear, called As Good as It Gets, and the translation into China is Mr. Cat Poop.
Mr. Cat Boob.
Poop.
Oh, cat poop.
Cat
I
poop.
Don't remember.
Doesn't make
Maybe
any
that
sense.
happens in the film. I don't know.
Right. China. Son of Devil.
It's not. Is it Orbin?
No, that'd be too easy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That would be too easy. You've gone for the easy. You've gone for the one that makes sense, and it doesn't 100% make sense. This one. It is
Antichrist.
So we've got to watch a film this week, haven't we? For a recording on Friday. Who's the main actor in it?
Arnie.
So is there a film where maybe
End of Days, is it?
Junior, because he's pregnant
Junior?
and he's the son of a devil. Yeah, that's the one.
What?
Right, it doesn't make. All right, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to find. Okay, I know. This is the best one. Why they change it, I don't know. It kind of makes sense though. That's the clue. Right, Argentina. The film, what they call it is Vaseline.
It'd be something like. Is it Flubber? I don't know.
Think about what Vaseline is.
Yeah, it's a lube.
You're so close. I'll sip my beer while you think. I'm going to let you. You've got to think about this one.
Petroleum jelly. I don't know.
Vaseline feels very
slippery.
Another word.
Sticky. Slider.
You need like a special stuff to kind of wash it off. It doesn't wash off very easy, does it? And the same for this. It's
oily.
very Oh, you're going to kick yourself when I tell you.
I have no idea. Go on, tell me.
It's Grease.
Oh, as if they call it Vaseline. What?
I don't know, but yeah, that's a good one. I mean, I'm flicking through. There's a one that I'll tell you. The Sixth Sense is in China. It's called He's a Ghost.
Oh, so they give away the plot, the plot twist in the title of the film.
Yep. Young people who traverse dimensions whilst wearing glasses. That is French for The Matrix.
Oh, young people.
Yeah, they've just gone for a full sentence right there.
Yeah.
It's Raining Falafel is cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Oh, what? Because
in Israel.
Oh my god.
What is this? So you know the water boy in Thailand? They call it Dimwit Surges Forth. Oh, this is a great one. Right, last one, I promise. Nixon, Oliver Stone film called Nixon. It's called in China The Big Liar.
Oh.
I think there's a bit of political undertones there. It's a bit cheeky, that one.
Obviously not fancy.
And that's the end. I'm glad I enjoyed playing your little questions earlier. That was quite fun. And that is officially the end of my game. So yeah, Vaseline. I've got tears. They're multiplying.
I'll never forget that now.
That's the one to remember. That's the one. And when I saw it, I was like, I've got to end on that one.
Yep. Right, is that everything? Have you got anything else for us?
I think we're done. Recording on Friday. I don't know when it's going out because I don't know if I'm still editing it. I believe I am. So we should have a Beer and Bad movie going out next week, and then if Nathan gets into gear, hopefully we'll have a gaming special one for the week after, and then we'll do it back in time.
Right, that about wraps things up. Thanks a lot for joining us. We've had fun going through all the news, as always. We want you to give us a good old like, a good old subscribe, and a good old share, because get commenting. We're eager to hear what you think. We want suggestions, we want criticisms, we want... Lee, we're a bit bright today. Nathan looks gorgeous as always. Happy birthday, Lee. I mean, if you've made it this far, you know that it was Lee's birthday. And
thank you. 28 this week.
Yeah. Happy 28 plus 22 in the comments. That's what we need. And as always, I've been Nathan.
And I've been Lee. Thank you very much. I've had a good podcast today. And I'll hopefully see you next week. Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.